Hey, today's practice for a restorative anti-anxiety involves a chair. So get yourself a chair like an office chair. This is a specific yoga folding chair. It doesn't have to be a specific yoga folding chair, but any chair that you can do this to put your bolster up against. Okay, so you want to have your bolster and a chair and a couple blankets. And let's get started. To begin, take your blanket and place it underneath you so you're elevated slightly. You want to have a little perch there for yourself. Press your bolster up against the base of the chair, the seat of the chair. And then you're going to sit so your legs are either on the outside of the chair or the inside of the chair, whatever feels most comfortable for you and whatever works given the chair that you're using. Your bolster is going to be leaning up against the chair, and then with a second blanket, you're going to place that second blanket so it becomes like a little forehead rest. So it's going to go over, it's like you're making up a little person here, it's going to go over the top of that bolster. And then you'll scoot your body closer into the bolster chair and drop your head closer onto that blanket. So the blanket, the forehead blanket, is going to give your nose space to breathe. I've scooched myself up too close. I can tell that because I feel a little strain in my back. So moving yourself slightly back or even bending your knees may be what the doctor ordered. So you want to play with it. Restorative is an art, like most yoga asana. It's not a science. You can even do crisscross behind your, almost like a Baddha Konasana, depending on how that feels for you, with your feet touching each other, soles of the feet. Now the key here is to get this bolster to press into your vagus nerve, into your respiratory diaphragm. So you might see I've interlaced my hands here at the back of the bolster, and at the same time I'm leaning my forehead forward into the forehead little blanket situation here. So that's where I'd like us to start. 10 breath here. Let your exhale be twice as long as your inhale. And you can stay there, or now you can reach your hands towards the back of your chair so that you're leaning forward even a little bit more. So the chair is kind of pressing into the bolster and you're pressing into the bolster. And that can create a little more activation for that vagus nerve. Very soothing, very calming. And if your hands are up too high, you're going to feel tension in your shoulders and neck. Easy fix, walk your hands down a little lower, but still maintain the kind of pressure into the bolster. Five more big breath here. And of course, if that feels like it just filled the bill, you can pause and continue to breathe in that pose. If your body wants another shape, we're going to move now. Take the blanket off of your bolster, scoot yourself back away from the chair to some extent, and place your bolster the long way in front of the chair. So it's lining up to the chair as such. What we're going to do is we're going to lay our backs onto the bolster, and our shins, with knees bent, are going to be onto the seat of the chair. So depending on the length of your torso, you have to rearrange that. I would like you also to take a block and then a blanket or a tall pillow would suffice behind your bolster. And in doing this, now you've created space and for your spine to be supported, so sit on your bolster, and for your neck and head to be supported. So to begin this, you'll have your knees bent. You can hold on to your bolster and then pull one knee in towards you, place the shin on top, and then do the same with the other. Scooch the whole thing closer to the chair, because what you want to feel, like your spine should be on that bolster, but what you want to feel is that the back of your knees are at the part of the seat that rolls down, so into this part. I don't know what that's technically called, but that's where you want the back of your knees and the upper part of your hamstring. From here, you can, depending on how heavy your chair is, or you could use this as a core exercise, you can slowly lower yourself back down onto your bolster. Reach back and rearrange your neck block blanket situation so that it feels really supportive on your neck. Your arms are down alongside you. And once you get into it, you might have to shimmy a little bit and scooch to make it work. But once you're there, you can really let go. So this is Vipariti Karani on chair with bolster under our spinal column. It's an incredibly soothing pose. Now, what can happen is sometimes we can be in this pose and our abdomen can feel exposed. And if that feels like you, or if you want to try to even deepen your relaxation, go ahead and take a block, maybe a block and a blanket, and place it over your abdomen. You want that block kind of right around the belly button, and then the blanket can go over the entire situation there. And let your legs relax here. So your toes might turn out to the side, your arms are down. Think Princess and the Pea. Anything that needs a little shifting so that your nervous system can say, aha, I got the message, we're relaxing now. That's what you want to do. And as you take in your breath, remind yourself this is your breath. This is your body as you exhale the breath. So we're reclaiming our own internal space inside of our bodies and our minds. So we become conduits for good energy, for a life of purpose and enjoyment, for whatever gives you meaning or lights you up. But clearing away the debris, clearing away the stress, can help us get better in touch with whatever that is. Feel the block lifting with your breath. Let your calf muscles and legs be present and alert, but relaxed. Let your shoulders and palms spinning to the ceiling and arms be present, be alert, and relaxed. The back of your head, present, alert, relaxed. Good. Keep breathing with this pose, allowing your body to drink it in. Your mind is restless. Encourage it to feel your body sinking into the bolster in the chair, seeing how deeply you can sink in and let go. Notice if your breathing pattern is changing, is it deepening? Notice if you feel more at ease. Let your body absorb all the restoration and letting go that it needs. And then to come out of this pose, if you have the blanket or block over you, we'll start there. So you want to come out. Coming out is as important as the way we enter. We went slow to get in, so we're going to exit slowly. We're going to still convey to our nervous system that we are in a restorative place. This will help you maintain this throughout the rest of your day or evening. So take your blanket and slowly unwrap it off of you. Same with your block, so slowly moving that off. And then remember, you're lying on that bolster, so bend one knee and then the other knee, and then as you tip over to your side, you'll remember that that bolster is a few inches off of the floor, so take your time. Find your feet on the floor, knees can be bent, side lying. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to press yourself on up, maybe to seated. This is a beautiful place for you to meditate or to rest longer. You can sleep if it's time for you to do that, or journal. And I thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time.